About my grandfather and my grandmother, you just have to make do with what you have. I showed you some pictures at the beginning of the show of the Great Depression. These are the only color pictures of people in the Great Depression. They're in the Library of Congress. I mean, it's pretty amazing. The people come to life in color. I've never seen color photos from the Depression before. It's interesting because people look real now. I don't know why, but they look real. I'm going to show you a couple. Show this couple, please. Look at this. Look at how proud she is. Look at the confidence. Look at the way she's standing. Look at her face. She's proud. She's strong. Now look at this woman at the dinner table. Look at her. This is poverty. Look at her nails. This is all food that I'm guessing none of it came from the store. I don't even know if this kind of poverty exists anymore. Look at the wall. The table didn't come from a store. Look at his shirt. I'll bet you that these two both were outside with the kids growing all this stuff. She obviously made it and she cooked it a little too hot, but I mean, what is this? What does the kitchen look like? She canned this food. None of it came from the store, I'm guessing. This is poverty. This is why our grandparents said to us, learn to mend, learn to sew, learn to can, learn to grow food. Because they saw this. We haven't. We think of poverty now in America as not having enough money for cable or high-speed internet. No, this is poverty. But here's what's truly amazing. These are the people that won World War II. These are the people that built America into what it is. We have been feasting off of their labors for 70 years. They built it, and we're just using it all up. My grandfather used to build these mismatched chicken houses. I wish I had some pictures of them because they were ugly chicken houses. But it's because he would take scraps from everywhere else. He used what he had. He made do with what he had. The reason why I tell you this story is because these are the problems that we have in America now. We will see this kind of poverty again. This kind of poverty again. But not if we change our ways. We might, even if we change our ways, at this point, we might see this kind of poverty. But it's not going to tear us apart. See, there are things we can do to fix. There's some things we can't fix. For instance, I can't fix the unemployment, and neither can you. I can't fix the debt, and neither can you. Overstretched military, I can't fix, or can I? Let's take a look at these. The lack of trust. What have I been saying for about a year? Be honest in all of your business dealings. Remember the 40-day and 40-night challenge? Please, please take it. We've got to change the mortar between the bricks. Never tell a lie. The reason why WikiLeaks can make such headlines and why everybody's running scared is because people aren't trustworthy. Be trustworthy in your own life. Be trustworthy. The eroding values. Well, how do you fix that? 40-day and 40-night challenge. Lack of education. You want to fix that? That'll fix apathy. And it'll fix lack of appreciation. Read. Read. Please read this. 5,000-year leap. Read it. Read it. Read history. Read the real George Washington. Once you start to learn history, you will stumble on a word or a picture that describes a dinner table just like that. And you'll realize how lucky we really are. You don't have to go to Africa to see poverty. You can go to Mexico. You can go to our past and possibly our future. Read. We need to fix education. I had a guy who, Harvard, say, this should be a textbook in my school. Won't be, because I'm too politically incorrect. There's 50 pages of footnotes in there. I made it because you have to restore the truth. You'll notice no one has taken this book apart and said that it's full of lies. Nobody. Why? Because it's not. They can't. 50 pages of footnotes. The truth. We must take the truth. We must take it. And we must plant it in our children. Children are our clay pots. They are the place where we have to hold the seeds of our republic. There is a storm that is now onshore, and the winds are starting to pick up. The most valuable things you have, you know this from 9/11, are your kids and their future. Well, their future is tucked away in the books of our past. If we haven't learned about our founders, because we haven't lived their dream in about 100 years, how are we going to restart it? Teach them the values and principles that they need, because they will replant those seeds and it will grow again. Our military is at the brink. If you don't think we can fix this, our military is at the brink. We can. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to adopt a military family. And not just for Christmas, but year-round. If somebody in the audience is already doing that, contact us. I'll put your website up on the screen. If the 912 groups want to do that, contact us. I will spread the information. But we need to take care of our military families. You know, the best way to help them is to have them not worry about their families here. We need to send the message to our military, we got you. We got you. What does the erosion of values mean? Erosion is such an interesting word. Erosion happens when the wind blows and the topsoil blows away, or the rains come and the soil washes down. That's erosion. So how do you stop it? Well, the reason why we had the Dust Bowl is because there weren't trees. There were not enough trees. And it all started to blow off. Trees with deep roots. Our values and principles must have deep roots. You must have them yourself. Find them. And your kids must see you demonstrating these values and principles, because they're the little trees. And the storm is coming. And the last one is the breakdown of the family. And I will help you. In fact, the answer lies in that picture. And I'll show it to you next. I want to show you something. Rabbi Lapin is a good friend of mine, and he has been teaching me a lot about the wisdom of Hebrew, and the scriptures in Hebrew. There's so much lost to us. My apologies to everyone in Israel and most of New York. I'm going to butcher this. This is Passover. This is the word Pesach. It's the Hebrew word here for Passover. But what this actually means is talking mouth. Don't worry, I'm going to get to this picture here in a second. You want to figure out how to solve things? Look at this. This table has the answer. So does the story of Passover. Passover, here it is. It means talking mouth. At the Seder, at dinner, they have they ask 4 questions. And how do you say it, Tiffany? Haggadah. 4 questions. Haggadah. It means the telling. Talking mouth, the telling. Matzah is the bread. Here it is. Matzah is the bread of answers. Now, this is Piharot. Pihahirot, right? Pihahirot. Pihahirot is the first campsite where the Israelites left. When they left Egypt, they went to Pihahirot, which is the first campsite. What that means is the mouth of freedom. Are you seeing a pattern here? Talking mouth, the telling, the bread of answers, and the mouth of freedom. This is where they first went. Now, what is this? That is either midbar or midaber. It can be read both ways. One means desert. You pronounce it one way, and it means desert. You pronounce it the other way, and it means talking. I was in my car over the weekend with my kids. We got into the car. Dad, I want to put a movie on. I said, no movies. Can I play a game on the iPhone? No, no iPhone. May I tie this and this, I don't think you're going to need much math to do it, this and this together. What is the answer? Next. Okay, so we're trying to find some answers for our country. How do we fix it? Well, you know what? It's time to close the doors on the root cellar, and it's time to strengthen those people who do get it. The secret here is talking to each other. This is the story of Passover. Talking where? Put the picture of the family in the Great Depression. That is the answer, at the dinner table. No matter what it looks like, at the dinner table. University of Illinois study of 120 boys and girls aged 7 to 11 found that children did well in school. The ones who did generally spent large amounts of time eating meals with their families. Another study in Cincinnati at the Children's Hospital found that children who ate dinner with their families at least 5 times per week were the least likely to take drugs, feel depressed, or to get into trouble. Eating at the dinner table. Which brings me to this. I want to show you a picture of my dinner table. This is my kitchen table. And this is actually up now. I'm selling for charity. I'm getting rid of a lot of the stuff, and this is in my kitchen. This is now at upillar.com, but you'll see on the back of each of the chairs. This one says forgiveness, honor. Could you have a picture of me with one of them? Here. They're all painted. We had an artist paint the backs of all the chairs. And the family, we picked the different things that we wanted, that we felt were important. I was always in the forgiveness chair. It was like, you need to get in the forgiveness chair, Dad. We need to start eating. We need to start talking. We need to start living the values and teaching them to our children because they are watching us. By the way, if you want to see some of the stuff that I'm selling out of my house, all for charity, you can go to upillar.com now. That's where you can get the dinner table and all, I mean, like a ceramic chicken. It's weird. It's weird. upillar.com. Tomorrow, yes, I am a ratings slut. The history of ancient Rome. Oh, man, what a ratings getter that one is. Are we reliving it today? Find out tomorrow from New York. Good night, America.